Yay, woo 6 months. Where does the time go really? So glad to be home and watching Kraken from the PC again less than 3. Which hobbit subscribed to your channel for 6 months?
Okay, and we're live. Hello, everybody. I didn't turn the music back on. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. All right. How is everybody? Have a good weekend, I hope. Thank you so much for the resub Witch Hobbit. Super appreciate your continued support. Because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. Thank you so much. Yay, woo, 6 months. Where does the time go, really? So glad to be home and watching Kraken from the PC again. Awesome. That's right, you're home now. Well, welcome home, dear. Hope you had a good time with your grandma. Hello, Eddie. Good timing. Just clicked on Twitch to see first you're streaming. I am indeed. It's Monday, which means I'm live. Monday, Monday, Monday. Fun day. All right. So, we are doing time walking. Just like the title says. Boop. I did a whole bunch of time walking over the last week. I did a whole bunch on the weekend, and I still don't have the freaking Sporebat soul. But Silver does. She got it on her first try. On an alt, no less. So, I press on. So, here we are. Hello, Data Bob. Hello, Arendt. Hello, Nadia. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. But yeah, we're gonna be doing fix my thing here. There we go. Whole bunch of time walking. So that's gonna be fun. Burning Crusade, time walking. I would have had other things planned for today, but no, it's being really stubborn. Today's the day that the streamer luck come through. That's what I'm hoping, man. That's what I'm hoping for, because good gravy. I looked it up, too. Apparently the Sporebat soul has, like, the lowest drop rate out of all the souls, I guess. 0.2 to 1.2 chance. And I'm like, are you serious? That's disgusting. Gross. Why would you do that, Blizzard? Especially on BC dungeons. Like, BC, Wrath, and Mob dungeons are probably my least favorite dungeons. And they had to be one of those. Go figure. Let me get my socks on. I forgot to put my socks on. Need my socks. Yeah. Running around busy this morning. Yeah, there we go. There. Socks acquired. Hey there, Kraken. I renamed my hunter Elundria Soloriel. Nice. And changed my Dark Iron Dwarf Mage to a Void Elf again, because all those weeks I literally used the mole machine like 3 times. Nice. Well, hope you enjoy her now as a Void Elf. Hey, Kraken, did you see that the soup event, since it's awakened a week, is giving Giga Loot for alts, can catch up to 49 pieces for level 70s, and 60 characters are getting 350 gear, which would be awesome for leveling. Very nice. I think I only did it once. I did it just enough to get the weekly done, and I got Jack all from the weekly, so I didn't bother with any other characters. I don't really care about the gear personally, so I'm not too worried. She's gonna be so pretty in those butterfly wings and the wrist thingies and the flower weapons. Yes, those are gonna be absolutely lovely. Alright, well, since I guess the timer is gonna take a while, I guess I can do a few dailies while we're waiting. See, that's not here. Yes! The world boss I need is here. You wanna ride? Not a world boss, but the world quest, one of the ones I've been waiting for. Danger Chief Treasurer Jabril is finally up. I need this guy forever. Yeah! The Legion ones take a long time to come back around, man. It's ridiculous. Can you move this closer? There we go. So yeah, y'all get settled in, kick back, relax. We're just gonna do a bunch of, where he at? There he is. Dungeons. Oh, there we go. That one's done. I can take that off my list now. Doot. Remember when I played the floor game on my mage, being dead all the time? Well, now I struggle the least with things on my mage. But the set bonus is literally not used by me because I don't use Glacial Spike. Gotcha. Understandable. Well, hopefully it works out better for you now. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Apologies. Choking on my own spit. Real professional here. Good grief. Alright, let's see what else we got in terms of daily. Do you like Glacial Spike? I just don't feel like it goes with Frost. I don't know if I've ever used it. I never play Frost. So I don't know. I haven't played Frost since Legion? You need Sorax? Is he up or something? Too much casting? Gotcha. I think that came from your mouth nowhere. It did came out of my nowhere. No? You don't need... Okay, I'm confused. It's okay. He's ever up? Gotcha. Gotta keep checking every single day. Morning and evening, because that's when they switch. Alright, well that one's done. This guy's not up. I guess I'll go do... Let's see. I can't do that yet still. Can't do these still. Oi. I really need to get Lothi through Voldoon and stuff. I can't do most of his dailies. It's irritating. Let's see. I did all those already. What do people need Awakened Air for? Just posted 2 for 359 gold. Dang. Crafting, I guess. I don't know. I'm so out of the loop right now. IRL and in WoW. I mean, in terms of crafting, I'm out of the loop too. I don't keep up with what people need stuff for. I don't do a lot of crafting, honestly. I don't really have any reason to. Oh, okay, let's see here. I guess I'll go over to Argus. Go do that. Since this is gonna take a hot minute apparently, so there we go. Same, I just do it for myself for Mog. Yeah, same. I just collect recipes and then Mog. And I level, of course, the, whatever you call it. I level the professions, of course, but, you know, it's just for collection purposes. Did you want to join me for Vex Silver, or... Alright, I probably need to get in Discord with you. Oh, you're not even in there. There we go. There you are. I heard you enter abruptly. Did you want to do Vix with me, or... It's week 1 of the new patch, so probably lots of people buying gems, gear that need it. Potentially someone forced a price reset. Check the prices. Possibly. Gotcha. That makes sense. I was trying to make profit with alchemy at one point because all I need to do is post on Auction House and I don't have to talk to people, but I ended up switching mains so many times in the middle of DF. Yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it. No Vix this time. Alright, so that's done for the day. Guess I'll go do Moros while we're waiting here. Okay. It's being particularly slow. Also, if the queue is too long, I can go do islands. Do the islands I need so your queues are faster so you can get the Sporebat. That's true. Are you sure? I was trying to do this together so that you could get some levels, but I know, the duo queuing, unless one of us is tank or healer, just sucks. Sure. Yeah, you should probably get on that anyways. Get your islands finished. Alrighty. It's fine. It's being slow. It popped for you? As soon as... Of course it did. I mean, go for it, I guess. I guess I'm the one holding its back. Rude. Wow. Oh, well. There's so many quests in the Azure span. I got to level 24 with the Maruk doing the campaign and Sojourner. Nice. Congrats, Thalia. That's awesome. I declined, so I'll go to islands. Okay. Have fun getting your island loot. And to the best of our ability, Silver and I are trying to finish up all the old expansion content before War Within comes out. Ah, shoot! Music! Ah! Ah! Okay, nobody heard that. I forgot. I get copyright struck for Karazhan. Anyway. So, you know, Getting everything done. All that stuff. Oh, there we go. And now my main has, excuse me, enchanting and tailoring, which still has a lot of gold making potential, I guess. I didn't realize it until I saw a video on how tailoring is a good beginning profession. Ah, nice. Well, that's handy. Yeah, I think the last time I actually used professions specifically for crafting, for making gold, was literally mop when I started. I did a lot of engineering stuff and alchemy. A lot of living steel and the sky golem because I had that mount, and the gnomish and goblin mounts, the 2 rockets from engineering. I sold those a lot. That's how I bought my... Oh, and the panthers from jewel crafting. I did that too. It was very productive. I made a lot of gold with it. But that's back when it was harder to get raw gold. That wasn't quite as easy. Alchemy was really hard to make gold with this expansion. The region-wide auction house of people posting so much stuff at a loss that it was rough. Really? Why would people post at a loss? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I need the points and all the inspiration and resource, etc. And then craftsism with auctionator. Nice. Yeah, I just use professions for mog collection and recipe collection purposes. That's all I do. I can't finish up all the old stuff. It's too much. Gotcha. That is my goal. Tony, don't glitch out. Did you glitch out? You've been fine. You've literally been fine, my dude. No. You're done. You've been fine. They fixed it and now it's broke again. Blizzard. Son of a bitch. This week I've made 400k off weeklies with alts because the boxes for completed the events have a chance to have a sack of coins. I heard about that. I didn't get it on the 2 times I did it. But, you know. Congrats, though. That's awesome. Well, okay, yeah, he's not going down, are you? Okay. He was fixed. That's frustrating. Good old Romeo and Juliet softlock. Right? Apparently it's back. What the heck? Alright, I guess I will just hearth out because I don't have a choice. Ah! So rude, man. So rude. So rude. Now we gotta fly back over there. Gosh darn it. What a great way to start the day, am I right? I swear. They fix, they break, they fix it again. Soon. Exactly. And last time when they fixed it, it made it even worse. You couldn't even get past it the usual method by, like, slow, non-weapon hitting him to death. Unarmed. But, yeah. Alright. Well, while I'm gliding over there, let me grab my robe. I'm a little cold, actually. A little cold. There we go, that's better. Try the World Shrink toy. That's not so much the issue. You can just take all your armor off and hit him because they don't die in one hit. It's just one-shotting him used to break him. And then they fixed it. And now it's broken again. It's fine. We'll go back in there. Reset. It's fine, we'll just do it the old school way. Alright. Since this timer is going to be irritating, because it says 15 minutes for the dungeon finder. That's ridiculous. 15 minutes. Sheesh. I guess people really don't want to do Burning Crusade. I don't blame them. And I really don't want to tank it, so I ain't tanking it. That's okay. We can do other stuff in the meantime. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's take all my armor off. Actually, I can do that when I get down there. But, how are all of you doing? Hope your day is going well and a little less insane than mine. There we go. I almost didn't stream today. I debated it just because I had a migraine all day yesterday. And I'm okay now, but now I'm in the like, my brain is sore and my neck is super sore from like having a headache for so freaking long. So now I'm like, ooh, I'm a little sore. If your brain could get a workout, that's one way to do it. In a not good way. Oh yeah, sure, now you're gonna pull right in the middle of me waiting for this. How dare you. Ah, that's rough. Yeah, here's what it is. It's that time of year, I guess. I did like 13 super blooms on alts over the weekend trying to get manuscript. Got a couple, but man, I'm not having good luck with those. Yeah, I really had to alt spam those because that was like all that I needed left from it too. For quite a while. I was just doing them for the manuscripts. And they did not want to drop. I really had to pull in the army. It took a while. So, I feel that, Hippone. I don't know what kind of drop rate they have, but it's not a very good one. I'm just happy to be back in Azeroth at the moment. Good. Oh yeah, I guess I can turn music back on. Duh. Since we're not in Horizon. Okay, fingers crossed we get the soul shape. Because I don't want to do a gazillion of these. I've already done a gazillion of these, but this one is being particularly stubborn. I want it off my list. It'll be another couple months before it comes back around, you know? I almost cleared a normal raid for the first time, but then Raz happened. Group didn't get past it. That's a bummer. I did alt spam and get all the manuscripts from let me start over. I did alt spam and get all the manuscripts I was missing from the races. Yeah, I did that too. There's a lot. I would have done that sooner, but like I didn't realize that I was under the wrong impression that I thought the manuscripts that came out of the races were just like any of the manuscripts. They weren't like specific to the races. They're specific to the races. They're unique to those. You can't get them anywhere else. I'm like, oh. Alright. So. There's a lot. So now, the only manuscripts I'm missing are from the dungeons. And they refuse to drop them. Which sounds about right. Need to watch a video? Oh, on how to do Raz? Yeah, understandable. Understandable. Farming M+ for gear and crying when I get nothing. Oh, I'm sorry, GC. I feel that. I don't miss those days. Oh, I need to put my other ring on. That would probably help. Whoopsie. There we go. No, they just kicked me because I died early. Really? That's rude. At least they didn't yell at me about it, I guess. Well, it was a pug. Ah, gross. Pugs. Ew. I'm sorry. I'm mainly missing the ones from rares, which are just gross. The rares took a while. I was doing those for 3/4 of the expansion on my main. And only recently am I done with the rares in terms of manuscripts. But the dungeons don't want to drop, but I've done those a lot. So, I'm glad we have follower dungeons for them now, but my goodness, they've been really stubborn. It's really weird now with the Dungeon Finder or Dungeon Gear revamp. I get higher eye level gear from the vault doing time walking than Awakened LFR. That's funny. Do you know why that raid boss is so bad? Because it's blue raz. Like a blue raspberry joke? Aw, I like blue raspberry. I'm one of the weirdos that likes that. I just downed BDK Mage Tower, but died after boss started RP. Oh no. Of course, and of course it doesn't count even though you technically made it. Boo. It's weird not to like blue raz. Haha! Thank you, Silver. I knew you'd have my back. Haha! Doing raid yesterday, half the raid died on res, the other half managed to take her down. Literally every piece of loot that was rolled on went to floor inspectors. And I mean, I died in phase 1, of course. Go figure. Oh man. Doesn't sound fun. Rip. Isn't that how it always is, man? Like, you'll do a dungeon or a raid or something, and like the mount will drop that you've super wanted, and you put in all this work for it, and it goes to the person that died, and it's been dead for like every fight. And it's like, really? Also, I like that, yeah, floor inspectors. In Legion, that counted as success. It doesn't now! Somehow, I'm not surprised. This bear is getting a little overeager, sir. I am charmed. There we go. It's a good thing I'm a paladin. Our poor healer is gonna get... I don't know why we pulled all of it like this, but that's what the bear wanted, I guess. Sometimes I wonder what goes through tanks' minds. Like, yeah, I could pull this entire room with like 50 mobs. We got this. Even though we've been struggling for the rest of the instance. Oh, goodness. Yep, there he goes. Get out here. You made your mess. Clean it. I'm so glad paladins have a B-res now. Like, it makes sense for them to have one. Like, literally. Oh, they're still playing. One's back here. There we go. Here, I got you, little dude. There. I was so sad whenever they had gotten rid of the HPAL B-res and mop through that item from a rare. I remember that. I remember that. That was the leaf one or whatever, right? Like a leaf. Mop had a lot of items like that. WoD had a few that still kind of work, but I liked when they let us use open world utility like that, and it was just neat. They're really not fun of doing that anymore for some reason. I feel like Addon got us that B-res with his BFA master as well. Oh, Anduin, got you. While in combat. Exactly. He's a priest, though. Technically. He's a priest, Addon. Quotation marks. He's basically a paladin. I mean, priests and paladins are basically the same thing. Just one's in armor and uses a hammer and the other one doesn't. I mean, let's be real. But, you know. You know what I find myself doing? I find myself getting influenced by other people's WoW opinions. Aw, I'm sorry. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Controversial opinion, Blizzard should bring back personal loot for raid. It's so discouraging clearing whole raids getting nothing for your efforts. Agreed! I would actually do LFR again, if they did. Because group loot in LFR is just dumpster fire. Oh, there I go. Walking away slowly. There we go. Stop with that. You. There we go. Did it. Good job, everybody. Priests can't use swords. I know, right? Which makes... It's like, dude, a paladin is literally just a priest that put on armor and can use more weapons. Like, seriously. Anduin, yes. Okay, perfect. It's not yours, don't worry. It's just seeing the constant negativity. Ah, gotcha. Oh, I'm sorry. Understandable. Well, I try my best not to be negative about things, because even things I don't like, I'm not necessarily like, I hate it, it's awful. I like to have logical reasons for disliking something, you know? Yeah, it bothers me too. Yeah. Legion spoilers. There was an elf priest who that gets sworn in as official paladin. Still waiting for an elf paladin. Right? Technically two, because her uncle was one too. Her dead uncle. Tell me about it. We should have had no paladins all the way back in Legion, but no. Makes enjoying WoW so hard, does it? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I know just saying it doesn't help, but I enjoy it regardless of what other people think, because I'm the one playing at the end of the day. Not, you know, I'm playing for me. So, if I don't enjoy it, then I need to do something else. Yeah, it was a lily pad and I was so excited to get it back. Brought him back from the dead to make him an H pally. Aw. That's funny. There we go. If you pull Kale before the trash dies, you miss the RP. You do indeed, but I'm not the tank, so that is up the tank. I am but a meager rat. There we go. I don't know if Kraken hates Pandaland. I do, but I do with good reason. Logical reasons. Not just because it's bad, you know? I actually have, like, logical reasons I can list out as to why I dislike it. That is the tank's discretion. It is indeed. I am not a tank. I could be, but I don't want to. Oh, look! No soul. You guys want to go again? Eh? We did pretty good? No? Try again, maybe? Eh? You know you want to, Tanky. Maybe? There he goes. He pulled a little heavy, but we did it. There we go. I appreciate DPS that let the tank pull because what's in tank? Yes, having been a main tank for many, many years, I understand. It is the tank's job to pull unless they say otherwise. I usually try to be mindful of that. I know I get a little excitable sometimes because I'm used to farming old raids. Like, I think I technically pulled the second boss before he got to it, but, you know. It's okay. I try. I try to be mindful. Interesting weekend mount right there. I got the achieve for taking selfies with all the birds this morning, which was a funny one to do. Congrats! That's awesome! Yeah, that one took me a while, because there's a couple of rares that did not want to start the beginning of the island journey. Good luck. Oh, someone likes my log. Oh, there we go. But congrats. I think that achievement comes with a title, Birdwatcher or whatever it is. So that's kind of cool. I don't know that I'll ever use it, but it's a cool title. Time to replay Shadowlands to see if I do truly enjoy the leveling content. I personally enjoyed Shadowlands a lot. However, I feel like the leveling content was a wee bit on the weak side. In fact, the main campaign would have been fine if it wasn't linear restricted. And it still is. You can't do any zone you want. You have to do them in a certain order, and that's kind of the sucky part. But you know, what do you do? My hammers are getting a little out of control. I need to angle myself better. I'm gonna end up freaking out this poor tank. There we go. I kind of miss being able to post selfie cam photos to Twitter. I kind of do too. I kind of actually liked the Twitter connectivity that we had in WoW. Well, it was a little sad when they removed it. I get mad when DPS pull when I'm tanking because I like getting everything grouped up nicely for big AoE damage, but most of the time when people pull on their own, they end up making the group ironically do less damage. Exactly, because it gets all spread out. Yeah. Yep. Or what always drove me nuts. Oh, that bat got stuck last time too. Well, he could just stay there, I guess. There's tanks that will like chain pull and not group things, and then so like everyone's ground AoE is suddenly ineffective because it's not in it. And I'm like, guys, like obviously maybe it's a little more advanced because you got to know other classes, but I like knowing other classes as a tank. That way I know what they're capable of. So, you know. So if, you know, I have like a mage and DPS or a warlock or whatever heavy group or something with a lot of ground AoE where it gets placed, I try to group up stuff for them so we can do max damage. Because the faster things die, the faster we can move on. Yeah, speaking to the Shadow Priest main here, that is suffering. Yes, that's that too. That too. Casters that can't, where'd the tank go? There he goes. Cast very well while moving. They don't have good mobility. That's something to be aware of too, as a tank. So, in that instance, chain pulling is probably not wise. Depends on the group. Granted, of course, that's a little bit higher tank knowledge, but, you know, what do you do? As long as you hold aggro, I think you're pretty good at the end of the day. There we go. Beautiful. There goes the burr. The little burr. Excellent. Please give me the Sporebat soul. I think this one has the highest chance for it. If I recall. Not that it's much of a higher chance. 1.2%. I had a toxic healer a while back that insisted on pulling everything. I was pulling too slow. People died left and right, including myself, and they couldn't keep up with healing. Left the group midway through the M+ with choice words. Easiest ignoring my life. Right, like if you think the tank is pulling too slow, ask the tank to pull faster first, or be like, hey, can we move a little faster? I can keep up, or something. Don't just go do it, because you don't know what the tank's comfortable with. Like if you're in a pug group. Like if you're with a group of friends, that's different, but I don't know. Communication is good in my book. Thumbs up. A lot of people don't think that way, though. Oh, wait. You probably want to pull that. There we go. Alright. And I could tank these, but I'm kind of lazy. What is a Sporebat soul? It is a soul shape for the Night Fae Covenant. And it literally looks like a Sporebat. It's adorable. It looks like... Let's see if I can pull it up for you here on the fly. Not collected. Sporebat soul. This, right here. This guy. Isn't he cute? Only comes from Burning Crusade Timewalking. Has a chance to drop off any last boss. And not the raid either, only the dungeons, which is unfortunate, so. Oh well. Communication requires interacting with other humans, though. I mean, it does. It is an unfortunate requirement, but alas. There. We're not to fall in the water until the boss is dead. The fish do crazy damage. Yeah. Can confirm. Here we go. Alright. That's a neat add-on. Thank you. That is Soul Shape Journal. It's kind of like manuscript journal for whatever you call it. Well, manuscripts. Which I do like. This fish. Bad fish. Bad fish from Kai. There we go. My favorite M+ thing that happens way too much. Tank runs in, pulls a billion packs, proceeds to die, then calls the healer some gamer words and quits the group. Yes, I see that so much. It's frustrating. Oh, man. Any tank who's worth their salt, on the other hand, realizes healers are for the DPS, not for them, and they should be able to survive anything they do on their own. Yeah, if they're gonna do that, yes. Because, like, the healer's usual focus should be, like, the tank and themselves. But at the same time, if the tank's gonna pull like that, you better be throwing up some intense self-heals and mitigation, my dude. Not entirely sure I'm human. Aren't we all? Right there with you. I think manuscripts has those soul shapes as well, so if you don't want both add-ons. It does indeed. It just shows them like little squares instead. I liked the soul shapes journal version because it actually shows what they look like mounts. But it does, yes. So, redundant, but you know. A visual thing. The horrifies. I don't have many soul shapes. Yeah, the annoying thing about the soul shapes is they are character specific. They're not account wide. And there's like 73 of them. There's 73 soul shapes that you can collect, and they're not account wide. It's worse than the Pepe skins. Drives me crazy. I don't entirely agree. Some tanks need more support than others. It varies on class, but for the most part as a tank, knowing your limits is important. Yeah, I'm of two minds on that. The tank absolutely needs to look after themselves if they're gonna go pull like a wild man. Otherwise, it's the healer's job to focus tank and themselves and then DPS. But, oh yeah, you know, it's gonna depend on the group. Our resident bear tank sure is a little on the slow side. It's okay though. Coming back there, Tanky Winky? Soon TM to be account wide for sure. I wish. I wish it's not in the list. And it isn't on, Alpha. Is tank come? Where's his tank? Uh-oh. Hopefully he didn't DC or something. Huh, ruh-roh. Where tank? Here he comes. There goes the kitty. There we go. Tank's job is to stay alive and keep the group alive. Anything other than that is optional, not required. Stay alive, yes, in terms of keeping aggro. Because if the tank's not holding aggro, that's how they keep the group alive, is by holding aggro. They're probably waiting for a content drought to announce it. Probably. That being said, I support heal all the time as... Oh, there we go. Can you not? Oh. There we go. As Pally tank and help, still no. Still no. Well, it's fine. Everyone's leaving. That's okay. Still no soul. Killing me, Smalls. It's fine. Alright. Let's get back into, where am I at here? The dungeon. Try this again. Still no Sporebat soul. Hopefully we get it during stream, because, my goodness. I've done a lot of these over the week, and it's not... And in the past. I've been trying for this since they came out. Back in Shadowlands, but man. Class of tanks is how tanks should be? What, unable to heal themselves and dying all the time? I mean... there we go. Congrats on your Skittering Hollow achieve. The guildies. We'll stretch. Oh, sure. You say 7 minutes and then you're gonna pull as soon as I get down here again. It's fine. I won't complain. Hi Latte, hello Kai, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. How are you doing? Alright. There we go. Just woke up. It's 3:30 a.m. in Singapore. Ah, well, good morning. My goodness. Hopefully you got some decent sleep. There we go. Here we go. Nice. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I can turn the music back on. I guess I'll just give up on Kara for now if it's actually going to be quick for once. It was my night off last night. Ah, nice. Good. Glad to hear it. Always good to have a night off once in a while, you know? Alright. Oh, these Orkins. Look at them. So many. These Orkins. Beautiful. You have a very nice hammer. Thank you. It's from Tyrant Valhari and Hellfire Citadel. You made it yourself? What'd you make? There we go. Who's doing a joke? Oh. Sorry. Look at all this ooze. Hi Kraken, how goes the time walking? Hello Jint, I'm doing great. It's going. And his hammer, thanks I made it myself. Oh, gotcha. There we go. It's going fine, technically. No issues yet, but it's just not wanting to cough up the soul, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm like, please, I'm so tired of these. Ha! I want to do other things. But it's not releasing a script. The only 2 time-walking souls I need left are the Sporebat from Burning Crusade and the Kodo from Kata. But... alas. Man, that was slow. But it's being real stubborn. It's 90 degrees in Texas. Help. Oh, I'm sorry. If you get overheated, get a cold towel, put it around your neck. That's usually my trick. Oh, I got moved. Excellent. Beautiful. Oh. At least time walking isn't basically doing a Mythic Plus anymore. I'm so glad they lowered the difficulty on it. Because it was a little insane doing Shadowlands. And that loot's slow for some reason. There we go. Alright. It's kind of the painful thing too. The souls only have a chance to drop off of the last boss in every dungeon for time walking. Not any of the others, so you only get one chance per dungeon, and it's an abysmally low. I looked up this one out of curiosity, because this one was being really stubborn over all the other ones. Apparently it's a 0.2 to 1.2% chance. And I'm like, ha ha ha. That's less than invincible. Save me. Are you collecting souls now? I thought Kraken drag down ships, not drink souls. I do indeed. I'm collecting the soul shapes from Shadowlands. Trying to. They've been really stubborn over the years, so I'm hoping this year is the year, but... Also, hello, creature. How you doing? Yep, just 2 time-walking souls left. The one from BC and the one from Kata. And they are being hella stubborn, man. Oh, didn't even know about that. Oh yeah, there's a lot. It's you have to be part of the Night Fae Covenant to collect them, and unfortunately they're character specific, but otherwise it's kind of cool. Hello, I'm good. How's your day been? Been fine. Been going fine so far. Been doing a fantiddly-tabulous. There we go. That sucks you can only get them through time walking though. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. There's 73 different souls, but there's a handful of them that are specific to time walking. It's one of those things where none of the items have a... I'm just going all the way to the boss, huh? Well then. None of them have an alternate source. All the sources for each soul are specific to that source, so... You know, what do you do? I have some serious collecting to do when I get off work. Good luck. It comes from all kinds of content. PvP, open world stuff, heroic raids from Shadowlands, which I can't entirely do those yet. Next expansion, though. Kargath, stop. Bad. Ugh, still no. Still no. Eh. Y'all wanna go again? Eh? Eh? Aw. Either left. Well, at least we have the tank. I've been farming all day on my speed druid and building up my auction house. Went from 0 to 3.5 mil in one day and already sold 50k worth of stuff today. Nice, congrats. That's awesome. Lots of stuff. Beautiful. Man, I cleaned the kitchen sink earlier. My left hand smells like bleach, and my right hand smells like onions. Both things that just really hold smell. What am I farming? Teach me your ways, creature. Oh, yeah. I have, what I think, 33 mil on the auction house right now, but it's all slow because it's like mostly Mog. Slow trickle. Alright. Struggled to keep 200k. Oh, I'm sorry. Trust me, I wish all of my stuff would just immediately magically sell. 33 mil? Dude. That's above gold cap. One day. Focusing on skins and other consumables. It's definitely a good way to do it, that's for sure. Because, with the auction house being region-wide now, your mats will sell like crazy. Even if they sell for less than they used to, they sell practically instantly. Which is pretty cool. I need to farm gold, just have a hard time doing repetitive tasks. Well, that's unfortunately kind of WoW in a nutshell, is doing repetitive tasks. There we go. That was very grindy. So I've done a lot of Firelands, Black Temple, and now I'm doing Ultimon for Thick Leather. Ah, all good methods. I always liked using instances for skinning. No competition. I even did a video on it, listing the best instances for all of the for skinning, in case anyone wanted to see it. I used to do that a lot too. Pretty handy. There we go. Oh, I know, I've been playing since 2005. Gotcha. There we go. Hey, nice. Didn't know their shoulders, apparently. A lot of goblins were mad about the region-wide auction house, but personally I think it's one of the best things they've put in the game. Same. It's made selling materials and consumables and things way easier, because it sells really fast. You've got a way wider market. Even if it's lower, you're selling more of them faster, so it evens out. And it helps out the small realms. So people with like terrible auction houses, because the realm is like itty bitty, don't have that issue so much anymore. At least in terms of stackable stuff. So I thought it was a good thing too. I use it frequently. It's very nice. And on the flip side of it, as a buyer, not just a seller, that means you constantly have materials, consumables, stackables, and other things available. As opposed to, well, my server kind of sucks, and there's just, like, nothing on the auction house ever. You know. So, it's nice. And Dire Mall East was amazing for filling out a lot of different ones. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Glad to see it's working out for you. I used to use Darkheart Thicket for Dreamleaf. Interesting, I hadn't thought of doing that. I guess it would be pretty good, wouldn't it? For because of all the herb mobs. Smart, smart. Here we go. All right. There we go. I wish we could remain mounted while we gather a lot of resources like we can with GF resources. You can in Dragonflight and BFA if you use the stirrups, but yeah. Technically can in WoD too, if you have the rank, it's either 2 or 3, I forget what it's called. I just call it the mount yard. Stables? Is it the stables? So in WoD, Legion, and BFA you can. But other expansions, yeah, I wish they would really broaden that a bit. Good morning, Lays. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Talk about a chaos fight. Skagolum you can for herbs at least. That's true, yeah. That's definitely handy. Just got schematic, Craftsman's Monocle from a Trog and Ultimon. Nice, congrats! 50k recipe. Cool. Yeah, that's an expensive one, that's for sure. Floaty, floaty. We all floaty. Here we go. Neat. That's funny. Get rid of these mobs so they're not picking on people. There we go. Fingers crossed for the Sporebat soul. The Sporebat soul. The Sporebat soul. Come on. That's all I want. I don't want anything else from these. Please. Kill this, you've got so much health. Why would an old recipe be worth so much? Because they're rare. Very rare. Good evening, Guru. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Oh, bloody rare. Exactly. Super rare. Still no. Please, come on. Give... Why won't it give me the soul? We press on. At least I can do it with the same group again. That group was pretty good. I like being able to re-queue with good groups. Fine, thanks. Good. Glad to hear it. What? Ugh. Alright. Yeah, this tank knows how to stack it, which I appreciate. Yeah. Stack it, stack it. The rogue got wrecked. There we go. Poor little rogue. Come on, loot. Man, why is the loot being slow? Stop it. I'm trying to keep up with the group here. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, this tank and healer are kicking ass. Got a good combo going. Nice. And it's a evoker healer too. Don't see many of those. At least not many good ones. I feel like it must be one of those that's a little more difficult to do. Here we go. Oh no, I've been horrified. I'm so scared. Here we go. Okay. Tank, crack, and burn. I know, right? It's pretty nice. I had a fun bug and I stole on that boss there. I was using the Tazavesh, a tank trinket that reflect damage. It proceeded during the boss's reflect phase, and I proceeded to kill myself in 0.1 seconds with all its hits. That were less than 1% of my HP. Literally ticked myself to death. Nice! That's hilarious, to be honest. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Let's go, dude. Bosses have a lot of health in this one. Kind of impressive. Beautiful. Beautimus, beautimus, beautimus. What? Nice. Oh! Taking some damage. Oh, I'm stunned. No, incapacitates. No, the fears. Stop it, please. Curse these old dungeons. There we go. Whew. With this alpha build, they have BFA service medals or transferable currency. I wonder if it can be converted to the opposite faction. I'm hoping so. I saw that, and I'm really hoping so. I hope we can copy, as soon as we can copy characters, there's a lot I can check, because we can't copy over characters yet, and there is no way I am farming that up just to test that. So I really hope we can go cross-faction with it. So I really want to get the, what do you call those things? I just call it the BFA ring, but it ports to Borealis or to Zaralor. It's really handy. I like portal items, but it costs like 300 medals. It's just disgusting. I'd probably have enough across all of my different characters, so I guess we'll find out. I think that one was 1-to-1 too, wasn't it? It's not one of the ones that had a gross, like, oh, you're gonna lose like 50% or whatever. They're doing with some of them. Ah, I love playing Paladin. AoE for days, lots of self heals, and I can bubble when things get icky. Beautiful. Nice. And I have a big hammer. I do! I have a big hammer! I can bring down the hammer. It's fantastic. Please give me the soul. Please. Please, 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 please. I don't want to do these anymore. Please, pretty please, pretty please. I've gotten lucky with good groups so far, but that won't stay. Come on. Give me the soul. Oh, man, is it being stubborn and I don't appreciate it. Yeah. Let's see. I can't requeue. I am not able. Again. Yes. Yes. Excellent. The only ones I saw have a conversion rate less than 100% was the Shadowland stuff that you need to buy at a loss and then mail. Yeah, which luckily does not include the anima. It was the weird ones that you don't really use for anything anymore. Like the Burning Embers and like the Ash something. Yeah, I thought that was a weird choice. Because I'm like, but we can already send those... Whatever. Not stuff I use, I guess. Have you seen the two-handed hammer that drops from Tyr and Dodie? Yes, and I want it so bad. I've done that multiple times, and... Do I have that one? I don't think I got that one. I really want it, though. Especially since he'll do unique dialogue if you're wearing it. I want it really bad. So it just drops off the last boss? Yep. All the Timewalking souls have a chance only to drop off the last boss in each dungeon, and it sucks. To do the whole dungeon for one chance. Not gonna bother looting those. All the tower stuff. Yeah, exactly. All the stuff connected to whatever you call it. Torghast. Which I thought was a little weird, but you know, whatever. And the Cosmic Flux from Zereth Mortis was not a 1-to-1 and actually has a high loss rate, which I thought was weird because like we don't use it for anything anymore. So I don't even know what you would use it for. That was a little odd. Right. At least we're cooking with this tank and healer. I know I'm not going to have them for very long. They're probably only here for the weekly. But alas. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't know why the looting's being slow. Of course. go. Beautiful. Nice. Now we're cooking with gas. Specifically, fire. Dragon fire. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Come on, give stuff. Give. Why is that being so slow? I don't understand. Okay. This tank is cooking. And you can handle it. I don't mind if you do enormous pulls if you can handle it. It's the ones that can't, and they think they're big britches, and I'm like, my dude, you cannot do that here. I can't cure that off, really? Interesting. Beautiful. Come on, give stuff. Thank you. Wee floaty. Excellent. Ow. Slowly getting through these. I say slowly, actually we're cooking real fast with this healer tank duo, which is kind of nice. Beautiful. Okay, excellent. I always forget that this poor Lasher thing is a boss. He's so forgettable. Poor Lasher. Lash the Lasher. He all forgettable and stuff. Nice. Ugh. Give. Come on. Give. Why are you being slow? Why is looting these bosses being slow? I don't understand. Woof. Bring up the rear. Beautiful. Dramatic pause. Loot. Exactly. I'm like, please. I mean, auto loot was lacking so much in there. Yeah, what is with that? It wasn't like this yesterday, but in the dungeons, it's been really slow. I'm like, I just geek, because you won't get the Timewalking badges if you don't loot, and I do want to collect a whole bunch in case I need them in the future. You know, for whenever like BFA Timewalking or something comes out. No, please. Still no soul. Give me the soul. Yes, at least we're doing with the group again. Thank goodness for that. But why the soul? You're gonna hear me complain about that a lot. Alright, here we go. Excellent. Beautiful. All right. Got this dynamic duo yet again, so excellente. Oh, I didn't even realize the DPS isn't even the Drakthir, the evoker. It's not the healer. The healer's a monk. Whoops. I saw the evoker and assumed incorrectly. So much chaos. Ooh, we're gonna pull it in here this time. Neat. I like when we LOS stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice. I'm glad this tank is conscious about not locking people out, because man, this guy is really easy to pull, and it is very easy to accidentally lock people out and be like, shit. Because man, there's a really good time walking badge flip when Legion time walking comes around, buying ore satchels with the badges. Oh, only problem is I'm so worried new stuff will come out that I hoard all my badges and never spend them. Yeah, same. I hoard all my badges too. So I feel that. Because it is kind of nice whenever like a new time walking comes out once every, what, 4 years. That you just go blow all of your badges in one sitting and you don't have to farm for it. You know? It's kind of nice feeling. Give loot, please. My goodness. Beautiful. Look at all these worms. Wish I could combine my time walking badges. You and me both. And those, for whatever reason, aren't in the account-wide. It's not even account-wide. It's just currency transfer list. It's a pretty short list, so I hope that they're gonna add more over time. Cause man, there we go. Nice. Give. There we go. Excellent. All right. Beautiful. No, really, I was hoping that was included. Let's hope they do more retroactively. Same. I didn't see it in the list on that they posted. It's a pretty short list. So fingers crossed they add more, because dang. I think if you have 10k badges on a single character that never put a vendor that had more than 2 5k badge mounts on it, but I bet if I spent and dropped 10k, they'd put 3 5k mounts in the next vendor just to spite me, probably. Knowing our luck, that's exactly how they'd do it, aren't? I'm right there with you. If they add BFA, I'm definitely going to buy a bunch of Najatar rep tokens for both factions. I still need the Horde mount, and the one that comes from the Paragon. The only BFA one I recall seeing on that list was, the service medals. But I hope they add the rest, like the pearls and stuff. That'd be nice. Do you think they have any plans for more time walking raids? I think it'd be cool to do Karazhan again. Probably. I could see them continuing that. Because right now, let's see, what are the ones we have right now? We have Burning Crusade has one with Black Temple. Wrath has one with Ulduar. Kata has one with Firelands. Mop doesn't have one yet. Fingers crossed it's Throne of Thunder, because I like that one the most. Legion doesn't have one. Yeah, they're a little behind on those. They haven't added any in a while, so... Plus, we still don't have BFA time walking for some reason, despite that being 2 expansions old now. There we go. This guy. There we go. Give. There we go. I mean the rep token if they add BFA to time walking rotation. Oh, got you. Yes. They probably will. I could see them doing that. That's what I'm hoping for, because man. Nice. This tank knows what's up. Let me get all these boys back here. You need to stop it. There we go. It will be SOO because 3 years when MOP was current just wasn't enough time. True that. Yeah, that one was around, wasn't it 14 months? Was the record with WoD either coming in first or second? Close to that? It was a long tier and I got so sick of it. I'm still burnt out from it. Can we stop with the floaties? Kill this, please. Eh. There we go. Whew. I did BT Timewalking for the second time ever, the first being the week it was originally released. Nice. Still no soul! Aha! I can't requeue us, darn. And the tank left. Sag. That's okay. Anyway. The first being the week they originally released it to get the Warglaive Mog, and it was super easy. Bosses died in like 10 seconds, and we just blasted through it. Give some pretty legit gear for week 1 gearing. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Alright. If SO is the Timewalking raid, I guess I will never do that one. I feel that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's a hard pass from me unless there's a real reason to go do it. Okay. Pass. Same. I like Throne of Thunder. So I'd love if they did that one, but, you know. I don't know if they will. And my belt's trying to kill me again. Oops, shoot, I gotta turn the music off. No, 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 no. You stop it. Alright, let's see if it lets me get to Moros this time. Lovely. Still no Sporebat soul. Man. This one's being painfully stubborn. Killing me. Alright, Barnes. Let's try this again. Also, y'all hydrate. Probably be BTOT. They've never done a final raid, and the expansion is Timewalking raid. That's true. They tend to pick the middle ones. Which is interesting. There we go. Does that mean... Of course. That's fine. You know what? I'm gonna leave queue. I'm gonna wait. I want to do this dungeon, finally, before I do Timewalking. Good gravy. Anyway, does that mean... is Black Temple not the last raid of Burning Crusade? I don't actually know the order of those. What was the last one of Burning Crusade? I thought BT was the last. Ah, Sunwell was last. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I guess we'll do you the old-fashioned way, dude. If SO is the Timewalking raid, I hope they add the BOA weapons back. Same. Same. Same Marino. Are you just ultra broken this time? Really? I literally did this yesterday. What broke it? I don't understand. It's broke. That's fine. It resets tomorrow. Alright. Okay. Is broke. Weird. I wonder what they did today to break it. Well, that's fine. I'm out of here. That reminds me, I think I should start trying to farm mop ram out so I have less to farm and remix. Probably wouldn't hurt, yeah. Probably wouldn't hurt. Later's peeps, off for food and bed. Have a good night, Guru. Thank you so much for being here. Alright, get all my armor back on. I guess I'll just not worry about Kara today. That's fine. Odd, I've been doing that all week and it's been perfectly fine. Whatever. Actually, before we do continue more with that, I do need to do my dailies on my hunter. So let's do that. Let's take a tiny break from whatever you call them. And from the Timewalking dungeons, and we'll do my hunter dailies real quick. Doesn't take too long. And when my guild did BT this week, one of our members got ashes from the weekly quest box thing. Nice, congrats. That's awesome. Okay, so we need to go to Great Seal. There. All right. Let's do some dailies real quick. Do Nazjatar, Nazmir, and my I guess we'll do Nazjatar first. And mission table. So what's wrong with the Karazhan music? I get copyright struck for it. So and I was tired of doing appeals. There we go. Poen, I want you. Let's see, one there, one there. Poen's favorite dish, okay. Is it you? Do you have the daily today? You do. Okay. Do that. Gotta take a break from doing time walking once in a while, man. Drives me a crazy. Okay. Let's go get some fresh unagi. Nope, we don't want that guy. Actually, he can drop some pet. Go ahead and kill him. No pet though. Okay. Got that. Nice. Almost done. That. Luckily, the Nazjatar dailies are really fast in terms of like the whatever you call them. The companions, which is the only dailies I need to worry about. I do hope they add more raids to Timewalking. They really revitalized it when they added mounts to the quest box. They did, that's what I've heard, which is really good, and it's a fantastic way to do that. And I've debated grabbing a few kata carries for a chance at the frickin' whatever you call it, Experiment 12B. Does anyone know if that one's a part of it? I don't know if that one's included. Because Experiment 12B, it's one of the dragons from Dragon Soul, does not want to drop, and I'm so sick of farming it. Best part about Time Walking raid is personal loot. True that. True that. Nice. Yes, Experiment 12B is part of the box, and I've gotten it quite recently. Good. Glad to hear it. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind for the future then. Because if I've completely gotten all the Mog from those raids, which I haven't yet, and still don't have them out, I'll look into Time Walking because I'm so sick of farming Dragon Soul. I do not like Dragon Soul. Yes, I got it from the box. In fact, all the DS ones. Nice. That's good. Oh, I have Cat of Time Walking raids in my future. I hate Dragon Soul. Right. And the nice thing too is the Timewalking raid for Kata is Firelands, which is probably one of my favorite raids. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, if you get loot, when I did Timewalking Blank Temple, I got 1 piece of loot. I think I got 2 pieces when I did it with my carry. That's kind of nice. Also got Lifebinders handmade in the same week. Dang. Yeah, I heard they have a pretty high drop rate, which is nice. So that's good. Higher than the original source, even. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did Firelands last time. I got one of the Firebirds in my first ever cache. Nice. Got Ashes this week. Cool. And literally the only amount I'm missing from all of those is just Experiment 12B. I have everything else from those raids. Very frustrating. There we go. I'm back. Hello, Lord Dagda. Welcome back. Welcome back. Taking a short break from Timewalking because it's being painfully stubborn. And I'm doing my hunter dailies real quick. How are the storms treating you? Been in the news a lot. The storms? Oh, you mean like IRL storms? I was like, I've been done with the storms for a while. Those storms here, we didn't even have lightning when we were supposed to, so it's been pretty normal here. Actually, it's sunny outside right now. There we go. As opposed to real slow. Yeah. I didn't even know Experiment 12B was a thing. I'd quit because my kid was born during Firelands. Was farming DS for the legendary daggers in my rug for shits and giggles and randomly got that mount. That's funny. Congrats, though. I know it's way late, but you know. There we go. That one takes a hot second. Oh, let's see. I don't know if there's been a lot of storms in Oregon, or at least not where I'm at, because I haven't really had any. We were supposed to have some dry lightning last week when I had to quit early, but didn't get any. There we go. Okay. Nice. I ran BT last night for gear, got 1 piece from boss and 1 from box. Nice. Very cool. Hey, it's better than nothing. 506 gear too. Nice. All been on the eastern side from those part. Ah, yeah. See, I'm on the west side. I'm only about an hour and a half-ish from the coast, so not near me. There we go. Beautiful. Nice and quick. Okay. Coast? Yeah, I'm in Oregon. I live in Oregon. Okay. Now we go turn this in. You know that? Yeah, Oregon's west coast. On the Pacific. I only live about an hour and a half from it, so. There we go. Alright, that's done for the day. Oh, you have an extra quest. Beautiful. Examine Poen's hidey hole. I don't know if I want to see your hidey hole, Poen. But alright. Was thinking, okay. Oh, Oklahoma? No. No. Oregon, West Coast. I'm right above California, so I'm like about a day's drive from Blizzard, technically. Here we go. Nice. Alright, those are done. Beer, drugs, imbibe, responsibility. What? Yeah, luckily I don't do any of those. Not really my thing. Okay, now we can go do the mission table, and then we'll go do Nazjatar. Not Nazjatar, Nazmir, the other Naz. And then we'll get back to Timewalking. Is there anything Oregon is known for that it has that's cool? Most it came from some interesting things that would be nice to visit. Nothing comes to mind about Oregon at all. Oregon's got a lot. We've got the Painted Hills, we've got lava caves, we've got seal caves, bat caves, lots of caves. The Oregon coast is one of the prettiest. I think it's prettier than a lot of other coasts, honestly. A lot of stuff, honestly. Let's see, what else we got? We got all the different biomes. We have a desert, we have multiple different kinds of forests. If you go down to southern Oregon, northern California, you have the redwood forests, which are really cool. We have Mount Hood. We have multiple mountains, some volcanoes. Lots of stuff. We've got a ton of variety in terrain here. A lot of different biomes. So Oregon's actually really cool. And eastern Oregon, I think it's considered, was it a high desert technically? So it's a very different terrain. You know, the joke's always like, oh, Oregon rains all the time. Actually, only half of Oregon rains all the time. The eastern side, is dry. So lots of stuff, actually. Trees. Yes, lots of trees. Let's see. Let me look at the achievements here real quick. War effort. Let me focus here for a second. So we need, let's see, Bilgewater Sabotage. Do we need that? I don't think we do. We did that one already. All right. Do we need scrap of this? I don't think so. No. Rebuilding Alterac. Do we need that? Nope. Already did it. Okay. We don't need Zemlins. What about Animal Research Project? No. No. Okay, what about salvaging the battle scar? I think I already done that one. Yeah. Burning Legion, I don't think we need. I love the music here. No. Recapture Silverwind Refuge. We do need that one. Excellent. Only one today, but that's okay. Okay, so Nazjatar, mission table. Let's go do Nazmir. Oh, we need to do mop leather working. Let's do that real quick. There we go. Good Pinot Noir. We do have a lot of vineyards around, that's for sure. I say Twilight, but that's Washington. Close. It's close. Go to a winery, buy some Pinot Noir. There we go. Okay, here we go. Do you have an updated add-ons vid on YouTube? If not, what's the checklist add-on you're using now? I only do add-on videos once in expansion because I pretty much don't change them. It's very rarely. So my next add-on list video will be in the next expansion. But for now, the to-do list I'm adding, or I'm using rather, is nice to-do list. That one right there. Mooks. Hello, Mooks. How you doing? Welcome back. So we have all that stuff down here in California. You do. There's a lot of shared terrain between the two. You're very welcome, Synthetic. Happy to help. But we don't have crazy, insane droughts and water restrictions like California does. So it's a lot greener, depending on the part of the state you're in. Okay. So let's do this world quest. More work. There we go. Hello, I just woke up from a nap. It's been storming here today on and off. Had a tornado warning last night. That's what I've been hearing. There's been some pretty crazy tornadoes going on in other states. Hope you're safe. Been seeing some footage of it. It's pretty crazy. I need to go to the opposite coast. Yeah, the East Coast is extremely different from the West Coast. It's actually kind of crazy how different the two are visually. It's interesting. Here we go. Okay. Like Oklahoma. Yeah, definitely. Yes, Oklahoma has some intense stormage, that's for sure. Luckily we don't really get anything too crazy here besides like maybe some lightning once in a while. Some dry lightning is kind of the worst, but it's pretty rare. Our weather in Oregon's pretty mild. Yeah, I've flown all over the country, and most areas look pretty when you fly into them with lakes and rivers and green. Flying down here in SoCal is just brown. Yeah, poor California. Poor Cali. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm good. We didn't get hit by it if there was one. Haven't checked. Well, that's good. Glad to hear that. Oh, down here. Okay. Yep. Once I finish up my Nazmir dailies here with all the world quests, we'll get back to time walking. I just needed a bit of a break. I've been doing these off and on over the last week and over the weekend, and I'm just tired of doing time walking. And the kind of the annoying thing too is since they're not account wide, the soul shapes aren't. I can't do it on alts, so I can't use it to like level. I have to do it on my main. So that really kind of kills it too. If I was leveling, I wouldn't mind so much. But it's not. It's not account wide for some reason. Okay. Up over that one. Even though we've had several over the past few years, it's still really weird to think about Louisiana having tornadoes. We usually only had hurricanes. Yeah, tornadoes don't usually happen in Louisiana. You don't really equate the two. I mean, obviously they have been, but interesting. Yeah, when I think tornadoes, I think like Midwest. All the middle states. Interesting. Climate changey. Yeah. Oh, this weather. Here we go. That, beautiful. Okay, we got that. Thank you for the lurk, Tier 1. Hope you're having a good day. He's a big dude. Look at all these. At some point, the Upper East Coast will have more hurricanes or tornadoes, I think. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I know East Coast gets some crazy, crazy weather. Especially during winter. The Atlantic weather is not forgiving. Very aggressive ocean. Storms are just getting worse. They are indeed. Luckily not here, but Oregon's pretty mild. Okay, let's make sure my Petarinos are healed. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you mostly just have the blizzards. Blizzards are brutal now. Yeah, blizzards are pretty dang brutal. Reminds me of seeing all those pictures of like the early 1900s blizzards on the East Coast. Those are always trippy because they're just insane. Man. Oh, let's do a pet battle slowly. Slowly. I even just paid again. Oh, nice. You just got paid? Very cool. Very cool. Just nothing? Aw, rip. We even had some hailsome winters. No, I paid you. Oh, gotcha. You paid me? Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, let me back up. Every time I press your anniversary, it does nothing. I haven't been able to announce my resub for 3 months. I don't know. Maybe it's... I don't know, honestly. I guess Twitch is just being weird. Do you do it via the phone? Or I know the phone version gets a little weird. There we go. In Singapore, it's just either hot or wet or in super humid. Ew. Open your desktop. Yeah, I'm not sure then. I don't use it that much myself, so I don't actually know how to, like, get that to work. Maybe it only announces if your, like, sub runs out and then you physically resub it, which I know some people do. Do you ever miss leveling tunes on a classic WoW? Haha, no. I hated leveling in classic. It's actually the reason I don't play it. I have it uncontinued. Yeah, it's probably easier. I don't know if, like, it's supposed to announce it or not. I don't know, honestly. I don't know how it works. Okay. Do this guy. I do wish, like, speaking of classic leveling though, I do wish they would bring in pre-cata classic zones as a chromie time option for retail. That would be nice. I'd be happy to do it there. Because we'd have all of the modern day quality of life that classic doesn't have. Okay. I got so lucky my senior year in high school, that was 14 to 15. We had so many snowstorms, blizzards. I got up basically 2 weeks early in June because we didn't have to make up snow days in senior year. Ah, nice. Well, that's nice. I've been leveling in SOD. I've been doing it when I'm burnt on everything else. Gotcha. Well, glad you've been enjoying it then. That's what it's there for. I agree, I would like that as well. Yes. I'm hoping they do that someday, because that'd be really, really nice as a leveling option. And it's not like they don't have access to it. Just take Classic, stick it into the game. Just plug her in. Boop. However that works. It's not like lost media or anything, you know? Started the fall of 06, and I don't ever... Let me start over. Started in the fall of 06, and I ever got a tune to level 40 without burning out and quitting. Yeah, leveling in the old days was a grind. And it's just not for me. I never had a max character until MOP, so just wasn't for me. I know there's a lot of people that love it, and more power to them, but I like the quality of life, alt friendliness, account wide stuff. Way too much of retail to do Classic. Sorry for the mistypes. Oh no, you're fine. It's all good. My brain is teleprompter brain, because that's what I'm trained on, so I just read what's available. And so sometimes if it's not typed right, my brain is like, "Durr, can't compute." So my apologies. So that is a nice experience plus increased gold rewards going on now with certain levels. Very handy, nice. It's dungeon one? It's a dungeon one. I don't want to do the dungeon one. Okay, go do this one. Almost done. Just a couple world quests left. We can turn in our, whatever you call it, thingamajig. Emissary. And then we can go back to, because I think that'll be it. I'll check the world quest anyway, even though I don't think they're gonna spawn. Instructions, Buzz, Azurite. No, they're not spawning, because I don't have those quests done. Heck. That's fine. I don't like, with Classic, they add mounts and pets I can't use in retail, so crawl them. Same demonia. That just kills me. Agreed. I'm like, please, if you're gonna add one to one, add it to both, please. Eh. Classic WoW is fun for the first 30-ish levels, then it all goes downhill from there and I just can't do it anymore. Yeah, it definitely gets a bit of a slog. And for the tryhards, affectionate, you can turn the buff off at an inn. I heard that. I really wish they would do that with retail. Because for some reason, they don't have that option for retail when we do like the Winds of Wisdom buff and stuff. We can't turn it off. There's no option like in Classic. And I'm like, please Blizzard, add that to retail. It makes doing leveling tests and stuff for me difficult. I have to literally physically wait until it's over because my data won't be correct. I'm like, please, give me the option. You know. Maybe they'll add it someday. I ask every time it's around, but alas. I'm going to be so pissed off if someday they add the classic mog mounts to retail accounts. Why is that? I want them to. I definitely want them to, personally. Pissed off because you'll have to go farm it, or... There we go. Okay. Now, we've done all those. Let's go turn in. We won't hit Paragon today, unfortunately, but... in the next day or two we will. No, I mean like the people who played Classic, got the Zulian Tiger, then can transfer that one to that to live. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. There we go. Are we really missing a lot of them? Yeah, there's probably a lot that we're missing. I wouldn't doubt. I mean, we're missing all of the zones. Because all of that got redone when Cataclysm came out. All of Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor and all that. Even the dungeons and the raids and stuff got changed. So, I imagine we're missing a lot. Alright, turn that in. Excellent. Yep, not close enough. Probably tomorrow or the next day we'll get a Paragon. Alright, let me clean out my bags here, and then we'll get back to more time walking. Blah, I'm so done with this time walking. Guess I'll just log him out here. Also I love retail WoW because Red Paladin's so fun to play. It is. It is definitely fun to play. I enjoy it. Hello Akes, how you doing? Welcome. All they gotta do is disable flying for classic zones and just pop them into retail, make them a separate Chromie time, and boom. Yeah, I definitely don't want them to disable flying. I would want them to keep flying for retail. Because that would be not fun at later levels. Going strong for another 20 years. Yeah, true that. Okay, yep, so that's good. Alright. Get into Burning Crusade. Back to time walking. Oh, blah. I'm already tired of it. Proud owner of a stinky little rat stallion. Nice. Cute. Congrats. Disabling flying is the easiest route. Don't have to fix building and stuff. Obviously, be way better if you can fly. Yeah, I don't know if, I don't know. It depends on how much they'd have to do. Definitely be interesting to see how much work they'd have to put into that. Let's see. Do I need all this? I guess I can keep it, because I could probably upgrade it. Honestly, don't really care, though. Boots I don't need. So much gear. I don't care. Vendor, all this stuff. Marine. That was nice and quick. People are waking up. Good. They'd have to do a whole new expansion like Cata to fix all the old stuff. Probably. Well, the buildings in WoW are designed to only be viewed from the ground in front and were actually made 3D. Is it still that way in Classic? Like actual Classic? So I wonder if that's the case or if they could just copy and paste the work they did. Like the Stormwind Cathedral is infamous for that. That's honestly hilarious. It's just a cardboard cutout. It's not real. That's funny. It's honestly funny. I don't remember that at all. Yeah, I haven't heard about that, but I'm not surprised at the same time. It's only a model. Shh, exactly. There's also the reason we can't fly in the Draenei/Butterfly zones, a lot of the broken building models. Yeah, I knew that one. And that is something they're going to be working on, addressing in, what was it, Midnight, I think is when they said Silvermoon and Ghostlands are getting an update, and there won't be the portal between them and such anymore. It'll be actually connected to the rest of the zone, so that's exciting. I hope they do that for the Blood Elf side, or the Draenei side too. So that'd be nice. So that's why, yeah, if you've tried to, someone did it before with like a model viewer camera thing. If you go up above Silvermoon, there's like no roofs and stuff. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Oh. So one day, soon. This tank is not holding aggro. Can you hold aggro, please, sir? Instead of just backing up and watching us the whole time. The portal/long flight path to the 2 has a loading screen because it's technically the BC map. Yep, that's why it's got the BC loading screen art when you load into Silvermoon and stuff. Kind of interesting. Well, at least the loot seems fixed. It's not being gross anymore. So it was being really slow. Here we go. All right. Fingers crossed, because I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I've done a lot of time walking over the week off stream in my spare time, and I am very sick of these dungeons. But I want the soul bat. I want the soul bat, the Sporebat soul. I don't want to wait when it comes back around again, you know? It takes a good couple months for it to come back around. Should be doing time walking for gear. Well, today's the last day, so if you wanted it, that's today. Switches next week. Tomorrow, technically. There we go. I'm running away. All right. Slowly getting through it. This tank is not good at holding aggro. My dude. Boy. It's a good thing I'm decently geared. Oh, time walking dungeons. Nice. Got the mace. All right. Let's go. Speaking of pugging, I did the last wing of the Awaken Raid LFR last night. Had a bad group. Healer was having verbal fisticuffs with the tanks. I desperately wanted some popcorn. LFR. Why does that not surprise me? Sounds about right. It's funny. Okay, there we go. Nice. After this dungeon, I'm gonna go make a coffee. Normally I'd take them during the ad break, but alas, we're in a dungeon, so kinda can't. Eh. This tank's not very good at grouping things. It's okay. Luckily, we're not struggling, so. The healer seems to be able to keep up, despite the chaos, so that's good. What? Alright. Guess we're fighting this guy too. Nice. Alright. Very cool, very cool. Okay, last boss. Please give Sporebat Soul. This one, I think, has the highest chance to drop it. Please. I want to be done. I want to do other things. I want to live my life. Pretty please. To heal the healer's defense, the tanks were killing us in Razageth, but man, that healer was hostile. Oh boy. Fun. Alright. Let's get the Sporebat Soul, please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Give soul. Still no soul. I'm gonna die. Sporebat Soul? I've had that out many times this week, sorry. Yeah, no, Silver got it right off the bat, too. No pun intended. She got it first dungeon on her ult. And I've been farming for this for years. I'm so tired of it. I really would like to be done. Alright, let me clean out my bags here. And then we're gonna take a short break. Because I want a coffee. I need a coffee. I need my happy juice. I'm getting grumpy from all of these freaking time walkings. Like, they're going fine, luckily. So that's good. I'm just tired of doing them. Okay. There. Bag's clean. Let's go. Let's take a break. Let's take a coffee break. I need some coffee. I'm annoyed, so let's get some coffee. Let's do that. Let's see. Turn all these on. Refresh. Alright. I'll be back.
Neurology followed your channel.
Alright, I am back. I had a little snack as well. Got me a coffee, had me a little snack, just a little piece of bread, and we're good to go. Unfortunately, on some more time walking. So tired of doing this. Thank you for the follow also. Neurology, glad to have you here, and I hope you're enjoying your stay. There we go. Welcome back. Thank you, Laura. Welcome back to you as well. Alright. Let's see. 12 minutes. Oh, man, that just keeps going up. It hasn't made me wait that long, but now it says 9 minutes. And I really don't want to tank it, so I just... Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. When does time walking for that come back around again? Let's see. Oh, that's right. Children's Week started today. Was there anything new for Children's Week? Children's Week started today, right? Has anyone gotten anything for that? I don't know if, like, did Wowhead post on Children's Week? Ah, dungeon. I was wondering if they added anything new. You need to do Children's Week. What do you need to do for Children's Week? Yeah, the pets are missing. Ah, gotcha. Well, that wouldn't take very long to do. Although if I had to pick, I would say what you're doing now is probably more important, but still. You missed coffee? I'm sorry, Laura. Maybe you just need to get the caffeine buildup out of your system. So staying away from it for a while like you're doing will help a little. Didn't see anything when I looked earlier. That started Tuesday after reset, so I haven't checked it out yet. Okay. Glance at Wowhead real quick. Did they post anything about it? I don't think they posted anything about it. No, they didn't. Odd. Okay, well. I'll do them later, not like they're hard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just focus on what you're working on now. No need to worry about it, honestly. Bit of a tolerance break. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes taking a break from coffee and such, or caffeine or sugar, can help kind of reset your system. There must not be anything new for it, because Wowhead's not posted on it, and they're usually pretty on the ball with that, so... But there's not vendors or anything for Children's Week, is there? I don't recall. I didn't think so. It's just some quest lines. Yeah. Interesting. I work night shift and need the effects of coffee, so I only stick to 2 per day. Understandable. Yeah, I'm pretty immune to it. Unfortunately. At least in terms of the effect of the caffeine, like waking me up. Oh, gotta sneeze. Oh. Woof. Anyway. Yeah. Thank you. And now I'm gonna have to blow my nose. Gravy. So if I go like 4 or 6 like last time, it had no effects. Yeah, they're too much of a good thing at that point. I only have maybe one coffee a day. I actually don't drink coffee every day. Sometimes I'll have like 2, but that depends on if I have like migraines and stuff going on or not. Alright, I need to blow my nose real quick. 1 sec. Oof, there we go. Now we're good. Gonna just be and listen to this audiobook. Text me whenever you want me. Need me? Okay. Kraken, not at all Kraken to be. Coffee, not all Kraken to be. I see what you did there. I'd like to say I'm addicted to it, but I'm really kind of not. Like, I really have to be in the mood for it. And if I just don't want coffee, then I'm just not going to drink it. And sometimes I don't. There's some days I just don't want it, so I don't drink it. But, yeah. I have ADHD, so coffee doesn't really affect me much, but if I don't drink it, headaches. Gotcha. The caffeine headaches. Ironically, I used to hate coffee when I was younger. Hated it, hated it, hated it. Because I can't stand the smell of it. It makes me gag. But because I have chronic migraines, they've gotten better as I've gotten older. My doctor, when I was younger, actually prescribed it to me. He's like, you need to start drinking coffee because it opens the capillaries in your brains. In your brain. And it helps, you know, get rid of the headache. I'm like, but I hate it. Please, don't make me. So... But it does work. So, you know. What do you do? Coffee makes brain do brain. Exactly! It makes the brain do the brain thing. I'm like, why? So, it took me many years to get used to it. I still cannot drink it straight. I can't drink it black. I have to have cream in it. I have to have flavor. If I do that, like if I drink coffee with nothing in it, I will gag. So there's a little insight on me. Kind of funny. There we go. Nice. Oh gosh, no, I can't drink it black either. Black coffee tastes like sadness. Yes, it's so bitter and sad, and I'm like, aw. Even with really good beans, you know, for a good blend, I just can't do it. Put butter in your coffee? I've heard that. I can't do butter. I've tried it. I don't like it. But I do put heavy whipping cream, which honestly might as well be butter. Earl Grey with a specific amount of milk and sugar tastes like Fruit Loops. I've heard that. That's funny, to be honest. Love black coffee. Does that mean I'm bitter and sad? Possibly. That's kind of funny. I can drink it black, but it's got to be very high quality coffee. Yeah, the beans really do make a difference. Like, I can tell, even with cream and stuff in it, if it's just bad, crappy quality beans. I drink that dirty bean water. Still no soul? Still no soul. Alright. Boo. Wow, everybody left fast. Alright. I wanted to try to re-queue, but they thought otherwise. It's fine. We re-queue again. Please. Yeah, I was gonna look. When does this come around again? Let's see here. So we have... right. We have Northrend Cup. That begins tomorrow, too. Right. Well, I know what we'll be doing during stream tomorrow. Let's see here. Let's see. When does... Let's see. There's Wrath. Middle of May. So there's Kata. Oh wait, that says Wrath 2. Wait, what? Oh, it bumped back up. No, it didn't. Timewalking. Wrath. Middle of May. June. Kata, there's Kata. Yep. Mop. Wad. Stop going back to... Why are you doing that? Which means... Legion. Which means BC. That means... Stop it. Why does it keep going back down? Being weird. Can 60s do time walking, or you need to be 70? You can indeed do time walking as 60. In fact, you can do it, if you look at whatever the time walking is, you can do it as low as 30, depending on what time walking it is. Okay. August. So Legion is August, and then BC. Shoot, the next BC doesn't come around till the end of August. Ugh! Kills me. Oh, you're just such a happy and pleasant person, so you don't need extra happiness like the rest of us do. Yes. They're every 3 weeks. They are indeed. It's just Burning Crusade specifically won't be back till the end of August. Because it has to rotate through all of them first. Because the only ones I need are BC and Kata. But do I want to wait till the end of August? We're probably going to be in the thick of a war within by that point. It's debatable. Eh. There we go. W-dub-dub. Exactly. I know, every time I see TWW, I'm like, I think of like the World Wrestling or the War Within or Windwalker or Wind Waker or like multiple things come to, or Timewalking, TW. I think Timewalking is TW. So I guess there's so many things with those letters and it just drives me crazy. The dub-dub. Oh, pretty sure you said Wind Walker, but it sounded like Wind Wanker. I said Wind Walker and Wind Waker. Because there's Wind Walker, the spec in WoW, and then there's the Wind Waker, the Legend of Zelda game. So, before I got used to MOP, there was Wind Waker. You'd love army acronyms. Oh, I've seen them. I have family in the army. It's kind of insane. I like Wanker better. The Wind Wanker. Legend of the legendary Wind Wanker. He was so legendary, he could wank the wind. It's canon now, apparently. Not as bad as medicine. Had a poor student that had to stop me all the time and ask me all the silly abbreviations we use. Yes. He had the best blow. Yes. Oh gosh. Hello, Pedro. Hey, Kraken. Do you know if Pandaria, for Pandaria Remix, if we get to choose a server where our character will go at the end of the event when we create the event, or when at the end we transfer them to retail? At the very beginning, when you create the character, you'll get to choose what server you go on, because it's not a completely separate game mode like Plunderstorm is. You'll choose the server and create the character, and they'll be in line with your other characters if you have others on that server, but they'll be differentiated by a little, if they keep it, hourglass, so that you know that they're part of like a seasonal thing. Think Diablo 3 season characters, where they're still all there in one list if they're on the same realm. It's just one seasonal, quote unquote, and the rest of them aren't, type of thing. So, and also full of hot air, yes. So you can choose the server that it'll go to is the second you make it. Okay, so we have to decide on server for the 16th. Correct. Yes. And I am not doing Moonguard. Because Moonguard is too freaking full. You're very welcome. Because Pandaria, is just as a warning, does not handle multiple people in the same area very well with questing. So, that's your warning now. And this tank hold aggro, please. Would be great. I am polymorphed. There we go. Blow them backwards. And everything is cross-serve and we're within, so not like it matters what server you're on too, right? Correct, yes. I don't know if we'll be able to mail to each other yet, but you can trade cross-server. You can, and cross-server guilds are supposed to be a thing in War Within as well. So honestly, yeah, it really won't matter. Besides mailing, I don't know when we'll be able to cross-server mail, but hopefully they add that soon. So. Crafting orders? I don't know about crafting orders. That'd be nice though. I haven't heard anything on those if those are going region. That'd be nice if they were region wide, server wide or not. Eh. Boop. Though I just do personal orders with myself, so I haven't really had that issue. I read something about NPC crafting orders coming. Interesting, I haven't heard about that. I'm not sure. There's so much news flying around right now. I've heard of so much and yet so little at the same time. Soul, 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 soul. Give the soul, please. I wouldn't mind, so I can stop sending orders to myself for quests. Understandable. I know the achievement, they did use it as an example, you know, where you have to craft 1,000 personal crafting orders or whatever it is account-wide, so that'll be nice. Still no soul? Still no soul. Please. Yeah, and he left, alright. Yeah. There is, but you need to provide the unmats, I believe, making it not profitable. Yeah, pretty much. That doesn't surprise me. I hope the NPC work orders are personal and not public. True, that'd be nice. I very much hope that crafting orders will, at the very least, be able to be done in guild and you're at warband regardless of server. That would be nice. That would be nice. Isn't that something, I know Silver's not listening at the moment because she's listening to an audiobook, but isn't that something Final Fantasy does? I play Final Fantasy once in a rare while with Silver when I'm not bogged down with WoW stuff. And don't you send like an NPC to do like work orders and stuff for you or something? So kind of interesting. I don't know how it works beside that. She showed me once and I'm like, cool, I have no idea what's going on. So you know. Retainers, that's the thing. Yeah, she was telling me about retainers. I didn't understand a lick of it, but it reminds me of that. Basically, remix is only for creating new tunes, and when you create it, you can choose if you want remix or retail to level in. Once you choose remix, you only have access to remix stuff until the event ends, and then everything transferred to retail. Correct, Water Goddess. That's why I was comparing it to Diablo 3 seasonal characters, in case anyone's familiar with that. It works basically like that. Which, I hope it goes, even though I don't like MoP, I like the remix idea. It seems really cool, so I really hope it's something they keep. I hope it goes well, because I would love to do remix like WoD or Legion, or the expansions I'm more interested in. So dude, like, I would love remix for other expansions. So I hope it's something they keep. A lot of middle schoolers have retainers too. That doesn't sound that exciting. Not those kind of retainers. Come on now. Oh man. I am so tired. I'm debating if I want to quit doing these or not until War Within. Because I'm so tired of doing these. Because the Burning Crusade one won't come back around until War Within. Unfortunately. Because it's end of August, and I imagine we'll be in War Within by that point, is my guess. Or at least pre-patch. So I'm just kind of done, to be honest. The groups have been okay, at least, so that's good. No toxic groups. So that's definitely nice. A lot of bear tanks lately. Is Guardian like the new meta or something? And the pre-patches for alt army leveling. Exactly. Assuming they let us do that again. The Shadowlands one kind of sucked, but the Dragonflight one was not too bad. At least when it wasn't lagging out. See, are you gonna LOS? What's your plan here? Nope, just gonna pull everything. Alright, that's fine. Guardian won't be meta, but they're getting their 2 set back, which makes them thick boys. Ah, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them at Timewalking, so that must be why. That's what I always kind of question when I see a lot of repeated classes in dungeons and it's different people. I'm like, is that the new meta or something? No changes to Children Week this year. Found the updated guide. Okay. Thank you, Data Bob. I didn't think so. But I was wondering if they would, since they had data mined new assets for it quite a while ago now, but maybe they're not worried about that this year. Here we go. None of the things means those orphans gonna get ignored just like they are for the rest of their lives. You know, it would be kind of cool. Speaking of retainers and NPC orders, it'd be kind of cool if we could, like, adopt an orphan and have them as a retainer. That'd be kind of cool. Give them a purpose. Give them a job, right? I think they're worried about not BlizzCon. Probably, yeah. Thank God I did all my pet collecting last year. Right. Alright. That guy died fast. Somebody in here is big dick DPS. You wanna wait for the cutscene? Why do you want to do the cutscene? I guess maybe they've never seen it. They have that already. It's your Argent Squire and you can get them a little pony. Well, yes, but I mean the other orphans. It'd be kind of cool to have more than just the Squire, you know? We have the Argent Squire already. Thought that was the guild page pet. You guys know what I mean for, like, orders and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I forget, did you test Remix at all? I did not. I wasn't one of the people that was selected for it. I can't remember what people were saying on how easy or hard it is to get bronze at high levels. I wonder if it'll be possible to earn 1.5 mil bronze within the 3 months. Well, I've been told that it when you hit max level, the bronze collection ramps up a lot. I don't know by how much, but that's what I've been told, so. But I was not one of the people that was asked to test it. It was very, very specific group on like 2 days or whatever, so. Mr. GM was testing Earthen today. They leave pile of rocks instead of skeletons. I saw on the Twitter they were posting about it. It's kind of funny. Let's see. If the new orphan would give him access more often, I would dump the squire, the poor squire. Kraken over here wanting to be like one of those slumlords who has a legion of orphan thieves going around making her money. I mean, hey, just between you and me, it's a profitable business. At least in games. It's okay in video games, right? There we go. And it gives the orphans something to do. Feel like they're part of a community, you know? Just turns into the Godfather. What do you want from me? I give you bread. On this day, the day of my daughter's wedding. There we go. All right. Being pinglinged. Who's pinglinging me? Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Not too worried. Alright. Okay. Alright. Almost the last boss. Fingers crossed, this is the dungeon. Wow, that died really fast. Nicely done, guys. I know I keep sighing, I'm sorry. I'm just so tired of doing these. Oh, man. All right. Boss, 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 boss. Boss, boss. Give me the soul, give me the soul. Come on, Kael'thas, I love you. Please. I don't want to do this again. I want to be done. Forever's endeavors, endeavors. Because I really doubt they're going to add more soul shapes. Please. Please. Let's go kill this. Let's go. Bam, bam. Let's go kill this. Let's go. Was it laid off Christy Golden? Wait, really? What? Did she, like, retire, quit, or she actually, like, laid off? Really? Go Gadget streamer luck. Yes! Let's hope. That's kind of weird considering she's like one of their best writers for novels and stuff. Wonder what happened there. Yeah! Look out. Come on, streamer luck. Let's go. The super, super low drop chance. Yeah. Nope. Still no soul. Good grief. I want to be done with these. Goodness. Yeah. Hiya. She posted a statement on Twitter about personal news. Very sad. Really? I thought she was writing the newest book, but maybe I'm thinking of the one before. Huh. Well, that's a shame. I wonder why. Odd. She was always my favorite writer. She's... Oh!
TMIO604 subscribed to your channel for 9 months.
Thank you so much, TMI, for the resub. Super appreciate your continued support. Because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So thank you so much. 9 months even. That's a fully fledged baby. But yeah, like I think it's literally because of Christy Golden that I got into World of Warcraft, because her books were my favorite in the novels, and I read a lot of the novels before getting into the games. So her and Richard Knack, but I don't know if he still does books for them anymore. I thought I clicked my Mage's Browless port, loaded into Legion Dal, and brain was so confused for a sec. I feel that. You just step into the portal, you're just like, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Where am I? Hello? So true. Cool beans. Alright. We go again! At least groups have been pretty good today, so that's definitely good. Glad we've been getting a lot of good groups, because, man, bad groups can really make or break your mood. Oh, he's even from my server. Look at that. Hello, Synchros. How you doing? Glad to have you back. Welcome. I started reading The Last Guardian. Love the Medivh and Khadgar stuff. Yeah, those are good. I love those. I think that one was Richard Knack. Maybe. I don't remember. I know Rise of the Lich King is Christy Golden, and I read that one so many times. The spine on it is actually messed up, and it's full of tear stains. Because I've cried at that book so many times. Oh, man. Such a good book. Like you think you're drinking one thing, but it turns out to be something else. The prize makes you go bleh. Yes. The worst is from tea to soda pop. Like you think you're gonna take a drink of tea, especially since I don't drink sugared tea. I drink unsugared, unsweetened. And then you get a mouthful of like Diet Coke or something, and you're like, because you were not prepared for it. I'm waiting to read Arthas. That's a fantastic one. I hope you enjoy it. Literally the reason I made this human paladin, by the way. So. Okay, good. I have the Sporebat soul already, so I don't need to spam time walking this around. Good. Yeah, glad you don't, because I know Silver has it too. And she even got it on the first dungeon on an alt too when she was leveling with me the other day, and I'm like, please, I wish it was tradable. It's not. I'm like, please, I want to be done. I wish I had rarity tracking these. I didn't know these were going to be so gross back when I started doing this in Shadowlands, because I've done a lot of time walking for these souls. She said on her tweet that she made that she wasn't opposed to working with Blizzard again, so maybe she was laid off on good terms. Just sad to lose the job still. Yeah, curious what that's about. Huh. Well, hopefully it's good terms at least. Maybe Medicine coming back to WoW and him being big on story direction and whatnot, her job was made somewhat redundant? Maybe. Interesting, though. Who knows, man? Who knows? Very odd, though, just considering she's been around since the entirety of, like, WoW's lifetime. So, huh. Curious. Well, as long as nothing bad happened, I guess. I mean, I suppose it's fine. Hopefully she's doing okay. I always liked her. She's really nice. She literally has 2 cats named Sylvanas and Anduin. So. Yeah, she's worked with Blizzard for 25 years. Look at that. That's so long. Literally longer than the lifespan of WoW. That's impressive. Alright. Get these oozes. Alright. Poor tank. Food is done. Good luck on the Sporebat. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Witch Hobbit. Thank you for being here. And thank you. I'm gonna need the luck. Gosh. It's being stubborn. It has a 0.2 to 1.2% drop rate. That's invincible levels of gross. Yeah. I don't know why this particular one is so low, too. I don't recall the other ones being that low. Like, they definitely took a while, but... Nice. On those drop rates, just remember the not drop rates for everyone, including non-Night Fae people who have 0% chance to obtain it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're accurate, though, considering how accurate it feels for my luck. I've been Night Fae this whole time. Working on Doorbuster and the Reach, I'm also trying to finish up the collectibles in the vaults. I never have to touch them again. Nice! Good luck, Squish. You're getting there. Hopefully the 56 keys I have is enough, because I'm not getting more. Understandable. If you have to, though, you can buy chests and things off one of the vendors that give keys. I believe it's from the scrolls, but still, it's an option. There we go. Oh, you already bought the keys? Ah, gotcha. Good. Brr, 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 brr. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's go! Okay. I gotta say, I'm not exactly looking forward to the Northrend Cup. I'm kinda not either, ironically. I think I might be a little fatigued on them by this point. And it's not even because of the cups, it's the, I've been trying to get the frickin' challenge and reverse challenge ones done. They are infuriating. I do not like those. I know that version of races aren't included in the cups usually, luckily. But I think it's kind of soured me on races for a little bit, which is really frustrating because I really enjoyed the races. So, you know. Super Kraken Bros. Yes. Beep, 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 beep. Here we go. Oh, going over here. Alright. Super Mario Super Show! Woohoo! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario! Anyone remember that? I watched those as a kid. I liked them. Cringy as they are, I liked them. You remember those? You loved those? Good. I loved those, honestly. Back when cartoon and live action game to like TV stuff were not that great. But you know, I kind of loved it. Well, excuse me, princess. Oh gosh, those were the worst. They were like, those Legend of Zelda ones were like so bad they were good in a way. They were just terrible. And yet, I loved them. That's funny. I liked the Sonic ones though. Those were good. Those were done really well. All right. Hmm. Alright. Anyone remember the Donkey Kong 3D one that looked awful? But I loved it, to be honest. It was, shoot. Like Donkey Kong, like Crystal Coconut or something. I think I'm pretty mid as far as most of the dragon races were. And mostly got them through pure persistence, but once I learned the flick trick where you flick your camera up and hit skyward descent, go back down looking forward, I found the challenging races pretty easy. I don't, even with that trick, it just doesn't... I've got most of them, but it doesn't make them any easier. I just hate them. Absolutely hate them. I'm constantly like half a second, literally 0.5 away from getting it, and I'm like, I have most of them now. I think all I have left are the Azure Span ones, a couple of those, and then the Zeralik and Emerald Dream. The Emerald Dream ones are just awful. I hated those. I hate them. I do not like the challenge races. I'm not even that bad of a racer, you guys have seen. I do the cup pretty dang quickly. I just did all the races last week doing that tactic. I would say only 4 to 5 that were down to the second. Most of them I completed with 6 seconds to spare. If account sharing wasn't a problem, I would have you do them for me. Mine was they're always so freaking tight. Emerald Dream has a couple that are really bad, I'll give you that. Especially the ones that are on the west coast where you have to fly through the tunnels are horrible. See, I don't have the issue with the tunnel ones. Those I think are the ones I have done. It's the one that goes up around the tree. I struggle with that one. Hate him. Still no soul. I'm dying inside. Yeah. Do again. Join this party. Can't queue. More. Aw, guess not. Alright. I hate him. I like advance, I like reverse, and I like the regular. But the challenge and the reverse challenge, they can go burn in a fire. Just like time walking. I'm getting very sick of this. I wouldn't have minded the races, but they kept adding more, and I don't really want 5 types of race for each race location. Kind of burn out on them. Yeah, exactly, Hippone. I think it's race fatigue. I really liked the races a lot, and I wasn't sick of them for quite a while, but they just kept adding more versions, and I'm like, please stop. No more. I'm good. Do new locations, not more types of the existing ones, please. They just keep it to the 3, the normal, the advanced, and the reverse. I'd be pretty happy, to be honest. If they were going to add all those variants, they should have added them all at once. All at once would have been overkill, man. I'm glad they stretched them out. Yeah, I'm just not excited to go do them. Dragon Riding Cross Zones is awesome. Races, man, whatever. Yeah, understandable. Oh. I'm really hungry. I don't want to do these anymore. Am I allowed to call it early? Can I just stop farming this? Is that the quitter talk in me? I really don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't think y'all don't know how much I have done this over the weekend and over the past week off stream. Just back to back. I even did the raid. I did the weekly quest. I'm just... On a different note, how many races are across your class mains? Oh, probably none. I've been doing them all on my main. Just this one. If the fun is gone, then take a break. If you want, it's your stream. I know, but I'm just like, do I really want to wait all the way until the end of August? Blah. No, I mean like... Oh, like, okay. I don't know, actually. I'd have to look. Let's see. Let's pull up the alt spreadsheet and look. I have Human, Blood Elf, Void Elf, Nightborn, Worgen, Drakthir, Tauren, Draenei, Gnome. I think that's it. So 9? Looks like I have 9. And technically, there is an Orc and a Zandalari in there. They're just listed as other races. When those race class combos open up, they'll be doing race changes. So 9 it looks like right now. Technically more, but 9. Like I have a Zandalari in there, but he's slated to be a Drakthir when Zandalari Shamans come out. Or Zandalari Shamans, when Drakthir Shamans come out, so. Yeah, but you'll get it on the dungeon after the one you decided to quit on. Probably. Probably. Why did the tank leave? Why did the tank leave? What? What the fuck? Well. Got trolled, I guess. Alright then. The tank also couldn't face another go-around for the Sporebat. Apparently not. Troll's got a troll. Alright then. Here we go. Here. I don't know where the healer is, but I'll heal him. There we go. Perfect. All right. There we go. Beautiful. I just really wish I would have a lot more tolerance for this if the souls were account-wide. Because then I would totally level a whole bunch of alts with this to get all the souls. But they're not, so I have to do them on my main if I want to collect them all. And that's the part that rubs me, honestly. Because I have no use for any of the gear that's dropping, so... You know. There we go. What are you going to level in Remix? It's going to be a Blood Elf Paladin. Probably Blood Elf anyways. Might be a Tauren. But it has to be a Horde Paladin. That's what I'm doing, so. Just the one. I don't have any reason to level anymore. Elf Pally equals best Pally. Yeah, either, might do a Zandalari. I don't know. Horde Paladin. We'll see. Might be Belf, might be Tauren, might be, Zandalari. We'll see. But, yep, has to be Horde because there is a Horde-only toy. There's a toy that you have to buy. You can only buy it if you're Horde. There doesn't seem to be any Alliance-specific stuff. So it's got to be a Horde. I'm just doing one. I'm not leveling more than that. Just gonna get in, get all the remix-specific stuff, and then call it good. The evil mana bomb. Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about, too. The mana bomb toy. Because I wasn't around for that back when that was, what was that, mop pre-patch? So. Ah, Abu, but we have cookies on the dark side. Yeah, I only need the one, so. Just enough to get all the remix specific stuff. I was, but did it on Alliance only, so got Tabard. Didn't know about the Horde only toy. Aw, boo. Well, at least you'll have a chance to get it again, so that's nice. Here we go. What is the toy to? I have no idea. All I know is you have to be Horde to buy it, and it's a toy. So that means I gotta collect it. I believe it'll be possible to buy that in Alliance, but Outpost only listed it only Horde back then. It's fine, even if I can't, it doesn't matter. I'm only doing one character, so it honestly doesn't matter. Hopefully other people can buy it though. It's a miniature of the bomb that blew up Theramore, so use your imagination. Ah, gotcha. Neat. Whoops. There we go. All right. There. Healer got a new ring. Look at that. Beautiful. Okie dokie. 2 more characters to gear up for LFR Evil Blizz adding eye level requirement all of a sudden. Yeah, they did that in Shadowlands too. They ramped up the existing item level requirement quite a bit for Awakened version. It's kind of annoying, but you know. LFR has always had a high level. It does. It's not too high, luckily, but they did increase it while they're awakened. They'll be lower when they're not awakened, but I imagine that's why you want it, so. Doing all these events on 13 is tiring. Woof! Yeah, that's, I applaud you. That's a lot. There we go. Please give Sporebat soul. I want to quit so badly. I'm definitely not going to be doing more after stream. If I don't get the Sporebat soul during stream, I'm not going to bother with it until it's back around. I still got to do the Kata one too when that comes out in a few weeks. This one being real stubborn. And it's not tradable either, which really sucks. Because Silver has gotten it multiple times. I enjoy dungeons the most as a paladin. Same, I do too, because I'm very self-reliant. So if stuff doesn't go so hot, I can kind of make up for it. which is kind of nice. Probably make this my last dungeon, though. I'm getting tired. My tolerance is a little low today because I had a migraine all day yesterday, so yeah, no soul. Thank you all. Good leave. I'm just sad about the wings being a 2-minute CD again in alpha. For the rest, Pally stays the same, really. Yeah. That's not too bad, though. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm tired.
KHAI_Kobayashi followed your channel.
Thank you so much for the follow, Kai. Super appreciate you being here, and I'm glad you're enjoying your stay. Alright, we're gonna call it there. I know I usually go for another hour, 50 minutes I guess, but I'm tired. I had a migraine all day yesterday, and I don't have a lot of energy, and these time-walking dungeons are just killing my desire. I think I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go sit down for a while and get something to eat, so. I'll be back tomorrow, though, because tomorrow, yeah, I need to reserve my energy for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the Northrend Cup. Northrend Cup, which we will be doing on stream, just like all the past ones, and it'll probably be a long stream, just like usual. I like to try to get it all done in one day, because, you know, I got other things to do, so. So we'll do that tomorrow. So expect to see lots of racing tomorrow. You all have a fantastic evening. Here's my schedule if you'd like to see when I'm normally live. I'll be back again tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Love you. Hugs and kisses. Mwah. Bye-bye.